Hi, and welcome back to Crochet ADHD. I'm your host, Jackie. Today's episode is the Chit-Chat Cafe. Basically, I crochet, we chit, we chat. So today, for Chit-Chat Cafe, I'm actually working on a baby blanket. I'm making it for a friend of mine whose daughter is actually due in September. And I'm just using a simple moss stitch. There's not really a pattern. And the yarn I'm using, the purple, is Karen's Baby Cakes. I think that's what it's called, Baby Cakes. And excuse me, the pink and the gray is actually the Premier Just yarn. That was, I say was, I don't know. I have not been to Dollar Tree this year since they raised the price, but I think I got these back in 2020. And $1 per skein for 131 yards of medium weight, which is 120 meters. It's not really bad, and I don't know how it works up. I don't know how it holds up because this is the first time I'm actually using them, but the color, the yarn is actually pretty soft. So I'm just going to work on this, and we're going to talk. And I wanted to say something. In my very first episode, I was talking about how, in my experience, when I was looking for crochet videos that had the same kind of feel as a lot of the knitting videos I've watched, I really didn't find any. And then it's kind of like when you go to buy a car and the car you get, you've never seen it in that color, and then you buy it and you drive off the lot and you practically bump into like 14 or 20 of them. So it was weird because, again, like almost immediately after I posted it, and I found all of these channels, crochet channels. They had some knitting on it, but for the most part they were definitely crochet-centric, and they had that similar vibe that I find in knitting channels. So I want to first, I guess, apologize for the fact that they do exist and I just never found them. And I don't know if my digital assistant, whose name I won't say, if she heard and just started, sort of gearing those kind of videos to my algorithm. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting. So what I wanted to do was kind of share my top 6 crochet podcast channels that to me have a similar vibe of it's more, I don't know, it's not like just tutorials or anything like that. It's more like getting to know you, like you're sitting around hanging out with a friend and just crocheting. So anyway, the first one I want to mention is Heritage and Home Crochet. Now she's cute. She's a designer. She's a crocheter, designer, and also a pattern tester. I really liked her channel. Her name is Deja, and she's new, a new YouTuber like I am, and yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna really enjoy getting to know her through her videos. Let's see. The next one is Crochet Memories. She's in England. The first video of hers that I watched was the Wool Monty. It's like a sheep wool festival that they have in June, and the title of her video was Wool Monty Haul, and I just got so tickled because I had no idea what I was in for, because I thought it was a play on like Monty Hall, from Let's Make a Deal back in the 60s, but also the Full Monty, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows that just means like naked. So again, and the Wool Monty is just a beautiful pun, which I love puns. The next one is Happy to Hook Creations. I'd actually seen her channel a while ago, and I don't even know why I didn't remember it when I was, going off on my little rant. But she See, okay, see, and this is how I remember stories. It's so interesting, especially like moms with kids or moms with daughters, especially. Her daughter started making knitting machine beanies because she wanted an iPad, and she was told that she had to raise the money, or like half of it or whatever, so that she could get this iPad. And so that's what she did. She made all of these beanies, and I don't know if she set up a booth with her mom at craft shows or if she sold online or anything like that, but she actually was able to purchase her iPad by doing that. That's kind of like how you teach kids work ethic, and just the I don't know, the what else the word I'm looking at? That you don't just expect to get something simply because and if you work for it and you're truly working hard at something, you can be rewarded. And I thought that was just a really neat thing. And I know it's one small thing about her channel, but it has that, hey, we're sitting around just passing the time. So yeah, I like her channel. Another one is the Cozy Cottage Crochet. She's really fun. She's been on YouTube for a while. And again, I've only seen a few of her videos, but it's very relaxing. And I mean, she does have tutorials. She's a pattern. She just started designing patterns, I believe. And she's got one that's coming out. It's like a granny square, not a coat, but what did she say she called it? I can't remember now, but it's just really neat. And I just can't remember any of this stuff. Can't remember. Anyway, great channel. Again, I'm going to link everybody down in the description box so that y'all can get a chance to take a look at those videos, if those are the kind of videos that you're interested in. But the fifth one on the list is Setta's Place. Setta is so funny to me. She reminds me of she reminds me of like my family, like my mom and her sisters. Just, she just talks, and she's very bubbly, and I love watching her. And she's always very positive. She's always just like, I don't know, it's just like you watch her videos and you feel like you just got a big hug. But again, she's great. And she was wearing one of her latest videos. She was wearing this, it was a crochet top. And normally I watch YouTube on TV. And so it kind of limits you. I mean, you can't like leave comments or anything. So as soon as the video started, my eyes were drawn immediately to this, and it's like a tank top. And she said a few words, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest thing. So I was grabbing my phone so that I could, go online and check where I could find the top pattern. And she said, oh, if you like this top, it's not available yet. I'm working on the pattern. And I was just, I was like a deflated balloon, y'all. It was, yeah, but it's the cutest top. And it looked like it wouldn't, it looks like something I would love to wear, and it didn't look hot. And last but not least on my list is TL Yarn Crafts. Toni Lipsey is what I want to be when I grow up. I love her videos. I'm pretty sure I have watched all of her videos. If not all, definitely most. She is the queen of Tunisian crochet. She is, again, always positive, always happy. She makes you feel very welcome, like you've come over to dinner. And, she can teach you so much. And when she does her tutorials, it's mesmerizing watching her hands work through the yarn, especially when she's Tunisian crocheting. I Tunisian crochet, but I can't get my hands to work the same way that hers do. I mean, it's almost like it could put you to sleep, because it's just, it's so smooth, and you know, when I do it, it you know, but hers is like a symphony that you can hear da, 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 while she's just, you know, crocheting. And okay. And she always, when she announced that she had written a book, I had told my husband about it. And now my husband, he's in the room when I watch YouTube videos sometimes, so he knows some people by sight. He knows some people a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, he can go, like when I watch Bag O' Day with, you know, Crystal, he's like, oh, that's the Scarfable lady. And I'm like, yeah. Or if I'm watching, I don't know, some other person, he's like, oh, yeah, that's the squeaky yarn lady or something. But when I'm watching Tony, he's like, that's Tony, right? And I found another YouTuber. She's a knitter, and her YouTube channel's name is Stitching Through the Days, I think. She knits and she sews, and she does a little bit of crochet. But I was watching an episode, and I swear he saw 5 minutes of it, right? And then he left, and because I was binge watching, when he came back later, he walked through the room and he goes, is that Constance? Really? 5 minutes. He remembered her. I've been watching Crystal for ages, and he still don't know her name. Suspicious. But anyway, so about the book, and I was like, okay, I'm going to order it. And then, you know, it was out of stock for a long time. And then I went to order it, and something told me not to. The next day, my husband got a package in the mail, and didn't make anything of it. It was like a Tuesday, and he gave it to me, and it was Tony's book. And I was so happy. And I was also kind of mad because, I mean, y'all, I was like 15 teaspoons away from ordering this book myself. So it meant so much more to me that he bought it for me. So now every now and again he pops in and he's like, have you made anything from Tony's book yet? I haven't made anything yet. But I have made two of Tony's patterns. One was the Lamia wrap. That was my January calendar inspiration shawl. I feel like maybe I've made two of those, or I've started. I can't remember, but I know I made that shawl. And in my next episode, I think I'm going to show like all the shawls that I've made so far this year. And oh, my friend Hetty back here, this shawl right here is the reason why I believe heavily in blocking your projects. I made this shawl, which is I think it's the South Bay Shawlette. It's a free pattern on Lion Brand's website, and it is made with palette, Knit Picks palette in the color Cornmeal. Now, while I was making it, I wasn't all that excited about it, but I went ahead and finished it. And I made that shawl 4 or 5 years ago. But I never blocked it. And I wore it a couple of times, and I was like, it's too short. I don't know. And then last week I was blocking some other things, so I decided to go ahead and just block this to see what would happen. And oh my God, it grew. It grew, but it didn't grow like out of shape. It just grew like it had been holding on to this tension for so many years that when it finally had a chance to relax, it relaxed. You could actually hear, oh. So block your projects. I'm telling you, it is totally worth it. I'm a believer. Okay. So now what I'd like to know is what channels. Oh no. Oof. What kind of channels do y'all watch? I mean, do you like videos that are like hauls or tutorials? And I'm just kind of curious as to how other people watch YouTube. And you know, again, do you like watching haul videos? Do you like podcast type, sitting and knitting or crocheting and just talking about stuff? I like, I can see, oh my goodness, I can actually see her opening. I can hear the music. She lives in Belgium. She's having a baby. She has red hair. She knits. She just recently learned how to crochet. Why can't I think of her name? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, again, and I watch her all the time. Just can't think of her name right now. Well, I'll put it across the screen if I remember. Here's hoping.
A few moments later.
Look at this. Say hi, Luther. Say hi, Luther. This is my big boy. He's useless. He doesn't pay any bills. Doesn't seem to have any prospects of a job. Yeah. And he just eats and poops. So he's like a teenager. And, well, technically, how old are you now? He is 13. We've had him since 2009. So yeah, he's 13. He was 6 months old when we rescued him, and he has an older sister, Phoebe. she's 13. Yeah, she pretty much keeps to herself and just tries to keep away from Luther. Luther still thinks he's a kitten sometimes. Oh, okay. So where was I? Where is my blanket? Oh, no. Oh, this whole project. Well, yeah. Okay. What was I? Oh, crochet. Okay, so does anybody else travel with a hook? I mean, not like when you're taking your projects with you, but like in case of an emergency hook? Or is that just me? It's probably just me. Okay. So anyway, that wraps up today's Chit-Chat Cafe. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't get to work very long on my blanket, which is, again, I guess it went missing when I went to find my hook. But I kind of like this, getting to know each other, not really talking about, like whips and things. And I'll actually, next week, I'll get to show you the progress that I made on that blanket, because I think that's what I'm going to do for the Chit-Chat Cafe. And then when I finish the blanket, I'll have another project to work on. But anyway, I hope everybody's been doing really well. And I've actually met a few YouTubers since I started this. I'm really excited just to be a part of the crochet community, the yarn loving community, and having people to talk to about crochet and not feeling as much like a weirdo, because nobody around me. I've taught my children to crochet, but they don't crochet and love crochet like I do. My husband he has resigned patience toward my many hobbies. Yes, but you know what? I wouldn't trade him. I mean, maybe for some yarn, but it'd have to be some pretty, we're talking like Noro yarn. Yeah. Noro. I would not trade my husband or my children for anything, because I love them very much and they put up with me, so it's the least I could do. Anyway, again, I'm so glad that you got to sit and chit-chat in the cafe today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Okay, bye.